How far do you have to travel to have an experience that's truly northern? Not as far as you might think. North Bay, Ontario. Truly northern experiences are closer than you think. Visit tourismnorthbay.com.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
You can order my signature beer, Epic Ale, online all across Canada at 99bottleshop.com. There, you can browse the wide selection of Radical Road beers, H2 spirits, and their boutique selection of wines, food, and much more. Cheers.
Wait, first rock.
All right, welcome everyone. We're here at the North Bay Granite Club for the Curling Zone Women's Spiel. Bringing you draw one tonight between Team Burns and Team Howard.
Oh, Ryan, that's on sheet D. I see that already the first rock is down at the end of in the house right now. They threw it right in. The ice must be fast.
It's looking like it. Looking like we're gonna try to get some rocks in play here and throw up a corner guard. It's looking like it should be about a halfway guard here.
Well, that is a good guard there for sure.
So we have Team Burns throwing their second stone here. Team Burns coming out of Sudbury, Ontario, and Team Howard is sailing out of Toronto, Ontario.
It looks like they're trying to curl in behind the guard, eh, Ryan?
Yeah, it looks.
Oh, it's not going to make that.
No, I think it was just maybe a little heavy. Like I say, the ice is a little fast here, so we're taking that into the house to the top 8 here.
That worked out nicely for them, though.
Team Howard here calling the hit and roll behind the corner. Looking like a control weight, control weight takeout here. Nothing too hard with these lively stones on the fast ice. Like sweeping for curl here. Got about a half stone and roll into the other side. Calling a hit here on that outside stone, trying to roll it back to the middle.
A lot of spin on this rock, eh?
Yeah, they're signaling it's maybe even a little heavy here.
Oh no. Nice.
Curl up enough just to get it and roll out. Team Howard here calling the draw around that corner guard now. The weight looks pretty good here, just a light clean coming down the ice.
Maybe heavier than they think. This had backing, eh?
That's curling. Just past it though. Here we are.
Oh, really curling.
Just through the house here. So I think you're right, Butch. I think the ice is quite fast.
How many ends do they play in for this? Is it 8 ends?
This will be an 8-end game. Yeah.
Oh, they do change over the weekend?
No.
All 8 ends.
This tour is all 8 ends. The only time you're going to see 10 ends is when we get into the provincial qualifiers and that type of event.
This is my first time to watch this. And it looks really good. The rink is full of colors.
Yeah, should be some good competition here over the weekend. All these teams are going to be competing in Northern Southern Ontario provincials.
Well, this rock looks like a good draw on this one. Really watching it carefully. We're doing a guard, I guess, eh?
Looks like tight guard, or maybe just, tight guard here. Team Howard here is going to call the peel, hit and roll over. Got some good rotation on this, so not a whole lot of curl happening here.
That's unfortunate. They almost got the one in the back too.
Yeah, ended up with just another center guard here, unfortunately. So Team Burns is going to play the draw round, hopefully top 4-ish. Team Burns without hammers going to try and get a steal here. So this is a good attempt here for them. Good opportunity to get that in top 4. Looks like they're letting it slide, so it's possibly a little bit heavy here too again. We're sweeping it at the end for curl.
Oh,
there's that late finish.
It does really curl at the end, eh?
Yeah, these are new stones from a few years ago, so they're fairly sharp, and the stones have 2 sides to them. So they were flipped this week to a competition side that doesn't have an insert. Oh. The other side for regular club play has those inserts in them, so this side doesn't see a lot of use.
So I shouldn't take it personal if I can't make them curl like that?
That's correct. It's not you.
It's not all about me. All right, I guess this is a takeout coming up.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a run back attempt here. Sweeping it for line here. Let's see. Just over curled, but it's all right. We got that center guard out of the way here.
I guess it's just the first end, and they're still trying to figure out that curl. Right?
Yeah, a lot of these teams probably be their first time playing here, or at least playing here in a while. So I suspect after a couple ends here, we'll get the ice figured out and see a lot of these shots being made.
Now, what do you think that they're trying to do here with this one? They've got 2 in the house. So they're setting up a guard maybe halfway or something? Or?
I think you're absolutely right here. I think they're just, again, trying to set up for that steal and put that guard back. Probably we're looking for it.
Sitting high 12, top 12 or something.
Yeah, they're sweeping it for line. I think the ideal spot would have been about a halfway guard here to eliminate that run back again.
2 or 3.
With it being fairly close like that, it makes that run back a little bit easier.
For sure. And they've been unfortunate on a couple of hits so far, so this one hopefully we can. Not that I have a preference, I just hope they have a nice shot.
Not a lot of ice on this either, so expecting it to stay pretty straight.
Oh, they're going to like this one.
That's a beautiful shot. Made a triple and roll out of the way here.
It's really well done. So we have 12 teams on the ice. They were from all over Ontario.
Yes, sir.
And we're lucky enough to have them up in North Bay today.
Yeah,
Do they play every couple of weeks or every month? Or?
Yeah, many of these teams have been playing on the tour events, so would have been in Oakville at the Stu Cells and in Cornwall at the Shorty, and a few other spiels like that where you get a lot of big international teams. So these teams have lots of experience playing against some really high quality teams. So I would expect some good curling this weekend here.
Right on. Well, here the Red Rocks are trying to get something back in behind the guard, I guess.
Yeah, looking like they're trying to go in behind that corner guard.
And of course, they were trying to steal, so they are trying to steal. So this is just their. Doesn't look like they're going to make it around the corner, though.
Well, looking like that center path was a little slower. Not too many rocks down there yet, so they were trying to beat Team Howard behind that corner. Looks like Team Howard's going to end up going around and try and get their two that way.
So do you think, what do you think about these two blue rocks that are stuffed in behind that red one? They're very close to the 12 foot. Would that be an option maybe to play on their second rock later?
That might be something for near the end if you need that second point, but being first end here, I think they're going to go for try to get some guaranteed points here.
Okay. Because they do have the hammer, so just wondering what they might be doing.
I think a real good shot here around these corner guards gives them a good shot at two.
Get one buried, yeah.
Yeah.
Here goes their Skip's first rock.
It's like they're on and off sweeping it, so it's expected to be fairly close here. Sweeping for curl, I think, here, and both of them down now for weight.
Well, it's certainly curled right to left. This is a little slower curling here.
Yeah, I think it got caught the same way as Krysta Burns here. Just a little bit slower in that middle path, but not a bad spot to be promoted for a split if they have to on the next one.
Now you're talking about angles for sure.
Team Burns talking about a few options on their last here. Again, trying to steal. I think that same path is going to be difficult to try and get around that center, so it looks like they're going to try and go behind the corner
on the left-hand side
and hide a little bit here. Yep.
What do you think, though? Is there's a big risk here, eh?
I think this is the shot with less risk. I think if they were trying to go the other way and get behind that center, there's much more risk of tapping them in and giving up two.
Yeah. Right. So they can just get this in the house, then that forces the other team to hit it.
Yeah, it'll probably end up forcing her to draw for one here if it's real good.
And here we go. Let's see what she gets.
Again, on off sweeping here, so it's looking like the weight might be pretty close.
A little heavy to me.
Definitely going for line.
Oh, no, the curl is hitting. That curl really curls right to left. That's unfortunate.
They kind of rolled over and blocked that split, so.
True.
I don't know that there's a real good chance at two here, so I think we'll see. I think we'll see a blank here.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Well, it gives the first end no points, chance to get used to the ice. We've really seen some curl right to left on this first end.
Yeah, saw a few challenges this first end, trying to get the ice figured out, but we also saw that nice triple takeout earlier, so
that was a save for sure. Really nice.
Yeah, based on this, looking like a blank here, so we'll start it all over again next end. With Team Burns having first shot.
It'll go down as a 0. Do you know all these teams? No. Headphones would be really good with coaching photos. Headphones and just tell you to talk to you.
Inflation is hitting us all right now. Everything is up except your portfolio. It's time to up your investments as well. Wouldn't it be nice to get a statement you're not afraid to open? With a target rate of return of 8%, Advanced Mortgage Investment Corporation, AMIC, may be the perfect addition to your portfolio. Your preferred shares will pay dividends you won't be afraid to look at. The best way to fight inflation? A solid rate of return. Learn more at advancedmic.com.
You're something beautiful, electric chemical. You take my breath away, feel my emotions push and pull. You feel like magic, magic. You feel like magic, magic. You know you feel like.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Second. Well, Ryan, we're in the middle of the second end here with the second burn shot going into the house there now.
Yeah, looking like a little bit different end than the last. We've got the guard set up, 2 rocks in the 4-foot area already, so expect a little more rocks in play in the house this end. We got the second lead stone coming down for Team Howard here.
Yeah, this will be a challenging shot because of course, there's the blue stone behind the red, and be careful. I'm sure they're trying to pick it out, eh?
I think they're gonna play fairly quiet here. I think they're gonna play probably a board weight and try the hit and roll. Try to keep a couple rocks around here for score 2. We're sweeping for curl again. Yeah, we're sweeping for curl.
Really outside. Unfortunately. Oh, that was a nice shot. Really well done.
Ticked it over to second shot. Not quite the result they were looking for, but it opens up that 4-foot a little bit, and they're sitting 1.
So what do you think they're going to try to do on this one, Ryan? I mean, the Howard rock is behind the tee line, so I guess that's not something they're looking at. Looking at something in front of the tee line?
Yeah, I think it's still fairly early on here. I think the top 4 draw is going to be the desired result here. It's looking like we're pretty close here.
Deep.
Up by the guard by a lot.
Oh, top 4, yeah. That's smart.
Just a little bit short of the mark, but still a good spot though behind that guard.
Yeah, they found the center line. That's good.
So we're going to take a little different approach on this one, I think. Looks like they're going to play maybe a hit and roll off this side red one.
Well, that makes some good sense for sure. Definitely not throwing a lot of weight at it.
No, I think we were wrong on our guess here. Looks like a draw round. Line was really good. Weight was just a little heavy, but again, still not a bad result.
Well, they're sitting 2 with that.
Ideally, they would have wanted both, or they would have wanted that ahead of the tee line, but
Sure.
gives Burns an opportunity here to get on the button and make it real hard to get out.
Yeah, I think you got that exactly right.
They do have to be careful here, though, because there is that red one on the side 4, so if she ever puts it right on the button, there's an opportunity for a in-off double here, so Team Howard still has some options.
Well, the teams are getting their weight down, aren't they?
Sure looks that way.
Looking shot.
Looks like she's going to save that in-off double takeout for later. She's just calling a draw tap here.
Well, it's going to be an interesting end.
Yeah, already lots of rocks in play. I would expect this to be fairly close. It's similar, basically the same shot they played last time down here. So
I guess they'd just like to tap that, get some angles on that red rock. Eh?
Yeah, just a slight tap here would be great. Sweeping for curl. That was the weight she wanted. Just not quite the line,
Not
but
the angles, no.
we're still not bad. That blue's still pretty hard to remove. So it looks like Burns is calling a very similar shot. Just come down with a light tap weight and roll onto that button.
Well, with all these rocks in play, I guess looking for a blank is really out of the question at this point. It's just a matter of how do you get out of this end the way you want. And Burns, of course, would she be happy with just giving them one this end?
I definitely think a blank is out of the question this end, but I think Burns would be happy with a steal or a force of 1 here. She makes this shot really nice, though. She could be set up sit 2. There comes that center guard.
That was not what she wanted.
No, definitely a little bit tight or curled more than expected on that one.
So what does that give Howard? Opportunities to get that red out that you were talking about?
I think she's got a few options here. Looks like they're discussing them here. Talking about playing a little bit of weight down there and moving that 4-foot area around. That red one sandwiched in between the blues is going to be a little bit difficult to get out. So I don't think you're not going to get it out in one shot, I don't think.
You know, I really feel like that red that's on the 12-foot at the front, she may be saving that for later. It sure seems like you could get a pick out there. That 12 onto the one on the button.
Yeah, she's definitely looked at it, I think. There's a little bit of risk to it. You put it onto a blue, but at the same time, you're opening up the front. So I think it's not a bad option to look at.
Maybe a little later in the day.
Yeah.
Do you get timeouts in this game?
No, they're not on a clock here. So
these people these teams can discuss it as much as they want, or is it an etiquette thing? Or?
Yeah, I think you want to keep it on pace within reason here because there is going to be another game later this evening.
Do all these teams play again next game?
I believe there's 2 teams with a bye. I think there's 14 teams total.
So just as a heads up, Grace Holyoke is sparing for Alley Flax.
What does that mean?
So if anybody's following online, we have a different person on Team Howard here. The
Grace Holyoke, yeah.
Yeah, regular lineup would be Ali Flaxey, which you might recognize the name from the Scotties playing for Team Ontario a few years ago. So that also explains the different jacket out there. She's just wearing the black sweater.
Oh, okay. Makes sense to me.
So it looks like they've decided on a shot here.
And I think it's a blue onto blue and then bump out the red. So I think they're hitting their own blue and then onto the kicking to the right onto the red.
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I think they're just gonna play a little bit of a hit here, move some stuff around, unlock that stuff at the back, and make it easier to get it out after.
Yeah, they did exactly what they had in mind. That's a great shot.
Yeah, it certainly makes it a little easier to get that red out later. It gives them a few options.
So I guess if you're shooting red, as Burns is about to, you kind of got to get one in front of the tee line here somewhere.
Yeah, you got to be careful because you want to make sure that you eliminate some blues here too. One good blue shot could give up a handful here.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to punch that blue back. Or maybe they're thinking that, blue on blue. So
Yeah, I think we're going to see controlled weight type takeout here and either a straight back double or a hit and roll. Looking like they're sweeping for line here, so it's going to be tight to that center one. Yeah, it looks like we're going to hit that center rock again. That's tough.
that is a tough miss there for sure.
That'll give Team Howard a chance to hit that red one out and sit possibly 4-5 here.
Oh my goodness, what a big end that would be.
4-5 with hammer.
There's still a number of rocks left. It's the second, third stone here. So
last third stone here.
That's twice that curl is caught. Yeah.
Yeah, that same spot actually, both
Yeah.
times. So see what the other side does here. Looks like they're sweeping for line as well. That's curling a lot.
Really going, yep, really going on their own.
This is going to be a
wow.
Similar result, just the other way. That's unfortunate.
Well, that was a good break for Burns on that.
Yep. Now Burns has got a choice to make again. What is she going to leave Howard here? Looks like they're leaning towards hitting a blue one out.
I guess you should try to reduce that. I mean, if they do pick your one stone out, then you're in really big trouble. So
yeah, the risk.
That's probably why they're leaning towards that.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like a hit and roll here, or even a hit and stay wouldn't be too bad because that red's hard to get out from that side.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right, Krysta's first shot coming down here. Let's see what happens. Sweeping to keep it straight. It looks like it curls quite a bit up there too.
It does curl a lot. Oh, opportunity.
Yeah. Looks like they're trading a few here.
Howard, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Howard here would be happy just to pick this out and roll out and sit her three and pretty good chance at getting at least a couple here.
Now she's gone to the other curl as well, eh?
Yeah, and I think this is going to be much harder than the ones they've over curled on. So.
This will be thrown with a bit of authority, is what you're meaning, eh?
I do think so, yeah. Be interesting to see what the curl does on the center line here. We've seen lots of curl both ways with that lightweight hit.
Yes.
This looks like a normal weight takeout here.
Certainly not a heavy shot.
I'm sweeping it to curl, so it's going to be real close.
Really nicely. Oh,
Just
no.
didn't curl enough.
Tragic.
So
So
she's still
what
got
do you do now, Ryan?
Yeah, again, you got to be careful here because she's still got 3 in and around the edges. So Burns has a choice to make here. She's either got to throw the guard and protect that one, or make a hit again on the outside and try and sit 2.
It looks like she's going to go for the hit on the left side.
Definitely think that's a safer call here. Do some elimination and
Force Howard to hit the one in the middle.
yeah. Yeah, if she happens to hit this on the nose.
Stick, then she would be sitting 2. So
yeah, and I think if you hit it on the nose, there's no double for multiple there because the
Yes.
red will jam on the side.
this one's thrown a little heavier than the last one. So respecting the curl.
Yeah, even heavier than Howard's here. So
Oh no.
so she hit 1 out, but it looks like she jammed it. So this should be a shot for 3 for Howard here.
Trading a lot of bad luck here. So
Yeah, I think a lot of it, again, is just trying to figure out that ice for new teams that haven't played here.
yeah, and the curl is surprising too. It's quite strong.
Yeah, I think a lot of these teams would have played on arena ice where you throw that up weight farther out and you get not as much curl, but then we're in a club here, so generally a little bit more curl on hits in a club.
And you explained the stones too, so that another.
Yeah, probably fairly sharp stones here.
Well, here comes her rock. It looks
Looks like we're sweeping to make it curl here. No, sorry.
Like a nice shot though.
My mistake through the other turn, but
curl, yeah.
it's like a very good sweep to hold that for 3. So yeah, Carly Howard and up 3-0 here after 2.
Good end for the blue team. Yeah.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Radical Road's Epic Ale is the perfect, easy drinking beer to have after a curling game. Please ask your manager to carry it in your curling club today. Available only in Ontario.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
First shot for Burns.
Yeah, Carly Howard being up 3-0, put their first one top 4. Looking for a corner guard here.
Well, Laura Masters threw that rock. That's the lead on that team. She looks like she has the weight figured out. Very nice.
Yeah, it looks like that center path has come up to normal speed now, so I would suspect those shots will be made from here on out.
So I guess we're thinking the Howard team is looking for a guard here.
Yeah, I think they're going to probably throw a tight guard here. Protect that top 4-foot rock they threw up first. It's like maybe a little bit heavier than they were thinking.
Rock, yeah, for sure.
Looking like we might be just short of it. There we go. It's not too bad.
A little hit and roll looks like it's being called for this shot for Burns Club.
Yep, probably throw a quiet weight hit here and try and roll behind that corner guard they threw on the last shot. That's that center path where we've seen a few over curl here, so we'll see. Looks like they're sweeping for line here again. Got a little more curl than they were expecting, so kind of in between shots there. Didn't get the double and didn't quite get the roll on the rings, but still close to use for something else. Team Howard here calling, put that guard back or go right around. Looks like final decision was the guard here.
Well, she's taking a ton of ice here, so really respecting the curl, I guess. We'll see how it goes.
We're looking at about 4 feet of curl both sides here, so pretty consistent curl both sides, pretty fast ice. Looking like she might have popped that out on release though, because that's out there for a while.
We're really working on it now.
Got some late finish there, a couple feet, but not quite to the center line.
Not as far as I wanted. The Burns team making a decision here to, I want to say,
probably a little run back here, I think.
Isn't that a bit risky though at this point?
Not too bad. It's fairly early in the end. I think the miss here is to roll into the rings anyways, so we'll see what happens.
Definitely throwing some authority here.
So didn't quite get the curl they thought, but I think this combination of the extra weight and the extra rotation just kept that straight. So it's looking like it's fairly weight sensitive here. You throw that forward or control weight with not as much rotation, you're going to get lots of curl, but as soon as you bring the weight or the rotation up, it really straightens it out.
Her out. Yeah. Well, here goes.
So we're going the other way this time, trying to put that guard back. Again, 4 feet of curl expected here, so.
She's definitely got the weight right on this one. Like
yeah.
Sitting there 2-3 on this one.
Yeah, perfect.
Very
halfway
nice
guard
job.
right on center line here.
Very nice job, yep.
Team Burns going to have to make a decision here. It's starting to get a little junked up in the front for them. Going to make it hard to score if they don't do something about that. So it looks like they're calling the straight run back. The other option would be a double peel on those blue guards, kind of hit half a rock and open it right up. But Burns is going to be chasing for this whole end here, looks like. He's going to need a few good shots to score some points here.
Nicely
So
done.
we're close here.
Nicely done.
Made the run back, so that's a good start here.
Very nice shot.
The only tricky part with that is now they've got a center guard out there that Howard can go around, so she's going to attempt that here. Where those blue and red corner guards are, it's kind of blocking off that draw to the forefoot on both sides, so this could get tricky here.
Get messy.
Could get tricky for Burns to score here. This shot's made really well.
Let's see how Howard's team does on this draw.
So they've gone out a little farther here than they normally have, just because of where those guards are. So it's like a little extra weight added.
It's a little hot.
That extra weight, it kept it straight for a while, but here's that late finish.
The back 8 situation.
Pretty good guess for a new path out there, but like you said, just a little bit behind the tee line here in the back 8. So
I'd say that was well done.
Gives Krysta Burns an opportunity to go around that guard.
I guess behind the tee line, she'd just like to draw down to that one, eh?
Yeah, I think you want to be even a little higher than that. If you go right down to it, it gives Howard a chance to do the same and kind of eliminate that red rock. But
top
4
8.
is the target here, I think. Yep. So let's see. Looks like a little bit less weight on this one. Both sweeping it hard. Although they're right off it now, so
way back from the house.
Probably pretty similar weight to the Howard team. So there you are, frozen right down to the blue one.
And as you predicted, Howard is going to try to draw down to that.
Yep.
Second shot from Howard's Vice.
So it's looking like they're watching this go down, so it tells me it's a little heavy here.
A little wide.
Yeah, I think just a little extra weight here caused that to stay out there and go right on by.
Very touchy, yeah. A little hot, a little straight.
Opportunity for Burns here. Duplicate their last shot, be in a real good position to get 2 here to get back in the game. Yep. Let's see where this is going to go here. This line looks real good.
Weight looks fantastic.
Got another nice shot here.
Very nice, just like you talked about. It's in front of the tee line.
Exactly where they wanted it.
Did you notice that they're sitting 1-2?
I believe they are 1-2, yep. There's that overhead view, so yep. Sitting 2 in the forefoot there.
Oh, we're down to skip stones.
We are. Looks like we're playing a run back here.
Yeah, that's all she's got, really, eh?
Yeah. Try to move some Granite around with this straight back. See what she can get rid of here. I think ideally, probably straight back, hit that red one that was just thrown, and maybe get a little roll to the button here.
Definitely a touchy shot. We'll see what happens here. Hold their breath, Porter.
Definitely got some weight on this, so it's a normal weight hit coming. Swooping for line.
Oh, good shot. Oh, tough break, though.
Tough break, yeah. Just over curled a little bit and jammed it the wrong way, so now Burns is sitting 2 behind cover.
I was so happy for it. It was off the head and nose of the stone and thought we made some angles. Did not pan out.
Unfortunately got the wrong angles here, so Burns now an opportunity to sit 3 behind cover.
Well, those two are behind the tee line, so that's the one thing that you've got to do something about. Because if you don't get anything out in front of the tee line, you're going to be able to draw down to that.
Yeah, I think if she puts this top button here, that's going to make a real tough shot for Howard on her last. Having only 1 shot left, she's going to have to make a good one.
There you go. It's on its way. She's taking quite a bit of ice, of course.
Yeah, looking like not too much sweeping, so the weight's going to be close here. A little heavy, I think.
I think it's a little hot, yeah.
It is coming in with that curl.
But behind the tee, eh?
Yeah, just a couple feet heavy here, so
opportunity for Howard.
Gives Howard the opportunity to put one right in that pocket and take the whole end away, I think.
Yeah, that was a tough shot and throw heavy.
So yeah, I think anywhere on top of one of those red ones, or ideally right in that pocket, would be where she wants to go here. Put it in that pocket, it's pretty much impossible to get out.
Now, Howard's last shot was a run back, so this one here now will be just to go to the draw.
Yeah, it's certainly an adjustment. These teams play quite a bit, so you would think that they'd be able to make that adjustment, but...
Oh, fingers crossed.
Got right off of it. They were cleaning it to start, but kind of signaling it's a little bit heavy here, so we'll see what the curl does to it. She's going to be on the outside one for sure. So she's bumped those red ones a little bit. So Burns is still sitting 1, I think.
This is such an interesting point in the game because there's 3 reds in there.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to get more than 2 here. I think if Krysta throws that same kind of shot back 4 and just taps off that blue to the button, she'll get her 2 here. I don't know that you can really get 3.
Definitely coming down the same path she just threw.
Yeah, she's looking like a couple inches in, so speed should be fairly close, though. They've thrown most of the rocks in that path this end. It's looking like it's a little bit release sensitive, so if she doesn't pop it quite as much or put as much rotation on, we could see some curl here, but we'll see.
No, let's hope she gets it right here.
Looks like a decent release.
They are sweeping it. I think the weight looks great.
Yeah, they're off it now, just cleaning it.
By that blue one. Oh, such a nice shot.
Should make it this thin enough. We'll see. It's very close for 3, but I think it's only going to be 2. So after 3 ends here, we got a looks like 3-2, but they're taking another look at that, so we'll see what they do here. It's 2 for sure.
Bringing out the hardware, maybe.
Maybe. It looks like they're taking a 3rd and 4th look at it here, so we'll update you when we're back exactly what happened in this end, but it's 2 for sure, maybe 3.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
What job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
So Burns got 2.
Yeah, it looks like they took a few looks at it, and it ended up being 2. So we're 3-2 Howard after 3 ends, and on lead stones here in the 4th. So very similar setup to last end. We got a good center guard out there, and one in the back 4, a little bit heavy, but so I don't know if you've played with this yet, but the no-tick rule is in effect here. So that red one being on the center line means they can't touch it, can't remove it. It goes back if you hit it. So it's definitely an advantage if you can get that rock touching the center line.
So I guess the no-tick rule applies to both teams. So if Howard's team can put one on that line too, the other team can't hit it either, right?
Yeah, that's correct. You can't hit the opposite team's rocks off that center line.
I can't imagine that would be a good idea for Howard, though, being the hammer.
No, like last rock thrower doesn't really like center guards, so we're going right around it, trying to get to the top 4.
Looks like a T-line for sure.
Yeah, sweeping it for line.
It did touch it.
Yeah, it stayed on the center line though, so they're.
Oh, technical. Yeah. Technically, it's still okay.
It's still okay because they didn't move it off the center line. But had that moved off the center line, the blue rock would come off, and the red rock goes back. Yep.
Wow, definitely a game changer.
It can be for sure, especially late in the game when you need that one shot. But it certainly makes the leads even more important now in this game.
For sure.
It's got to be able to get that rock on that center line.
So Second's first stone is coming from Burns now. Looks like she's got a nice line on this.
Yeah, a couple heavy ones in the back 4 early on, so we're trying to go top 4 here again. Looking, this one might be sliding behind the T line as well. Not quite, it stopped, so we're good. That's a perfect shot.
You see some fans who agree with you. Some hand clapping in the background.
Yeah, a couple games out here, so they're clapping for the hometown team on the sheet beside us here. Back to our sheet, though. Looks like we got a appeal being called on that center guard now that they can hit it.
Oh, right. Of course.
So we're sweeping that. Keep it straight. That was an unfortunate break. Kicked it off the side of that blue one and straight back onto their own in the house.
Onto the red.
Or sorry, I guess it was the red, yeah. But
I just meant it jammed. And
yeah, just to replace them here. So opportunity for Burns here to guard those 2-shot rocks in the house.
Yes. Big opportunity. Burns is in pretty good shape here, to be honest, because the 2-shot rocks have a blue one behind them. That's really good.
Yeah, I think you put one in line here, and it makes it real tough to get anything out.
She's got her weight right down here. It's very nice.
Yeah,
kind of a halfway guard.
Just cleaning it, so that tells you it's pretty good weight. Just letting it stop and curl into place. Hand up signaling, great shot.
Nice job, yeah. Howard wants to come. Oh, she's going to run that back, I guess.
Yeah, going to run that, try and get the stuff off the forefoot. So what are we going to get here? Looks like maybe just a peel.
Yeah.
There we are. Open it back up. So Burns is going to continue to put that up. So here we go with the guard attempt here. Basically the same shot as the last one.
This one's sliding along here too.
Yeah, they're signaling it's a little bit heavier, so it's looking like it's going to be in the house or real close to it.
Top 8, yeah. Top 12.
It's a little deeper than they would have liked because that makes it a little bit easier for Team Howard to get rid of some granite here.
Do you think they would just bypass that first one? Or it looks like they have an opportunity to do that.
I think they're looking at the angles here, but it appears they're going to go for that run back using that first one. There's the signal here for peel weight. Probably get rid of a couple here if she hits it well.
The only thing about this is that the blue could jam, right? It could be sitting on the center line when this is said and done. Wouldn't that be less than ideal?
Yeah, I think she's trying to get across that center line and roll it in behind that corner. Again, it's been pretty tricky here early on in the game, so we'll see how she does.
All right, she launched it.
I think we're close.
Nice job.
Got stuff moving around, but unfortunately for Team Howard, Burns is still sitting the 3 over there, but got rid of all the backing and kind of opened things up. So.
And they did manage to stick their blue rock in the 12-foot, so that's, albeit the fourth counting rock, it's still in the house. We'll see what that.
Yeah, it could be used later on, or
if that helps out or not. Just looking for a guard here too, eh, Ryan?
It's looking that way, Butch. I think we're gonna be a tight guard here. Just cleaning it till it stops. So we'll see what Team Howard does here. See if they want to
Go in or not?
go in, try and get one in there, or if they want to make another attempt at running something back and eliminating at the same time. So they're having a bit of a team discussion about it.
Yeah, I guess the risk of trying to run back something is not getting rid of some of these 3 stones in there.
It's getting a bit late to be risking giving up some steals here, so looks like they've elected to draw onto the button, maybe tap that back a little bit. It's not a bad call here. Being up 1, getting 1 here is not terrible. Still up by 2. So we're expecting about 4 feet of curl here. They're on this pretty early, so we'll see.
I like this rock. It looks good. Let's see if it's got the curl we need.
Line looks good. It's a very nice shot. I think she's got it for 1. What do you think, Butch? You think blue's sitting 1 here?
I'd go with red, but at the end of the day, she did eliminate 2 reds with that nice shot. So.
I think what Burns calls here might tell us who's sitting shot, but looks like they're thinking about a top 8 rock here. Try and cut that off. Try to eliminate that tap for 2.
Yes, if it was only a little bit higher in the house, things could be changed. But right now, I guess guard is what they're thinking about.
Yeah, I think you're trying to get about half buried behind that red guard and make the tap pretty difficult.
And steal 1, hopefully, for them.
Yeah, if they're sitting 1, then it would be a steal or force. I think Burns would be okay either way here. Looks like they're talking about speed in the path here. Try to get that weight perfect for this shot.
Well, I guess if you're a skip, getting to throw the same shot twice is always an advantage. So it looks like she might be getting that opportunity. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it's just some cleaning and some light sweeping here. So they're sweeping it now, trying to get it
to line up.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to touch that guard.
That might not be awful. It's not awful.
Nope, does the job, blocks that path, and
I think I guess they really are discovering which one of those is shot rock. It's very close. But Krysta Burns thought it was red, and I think that these guys are going to, the Howard team are coming up with their options. And
yeah, that blue one you talked about earlier at the kind of 10, 11 o'clock position might be coming into play here. Try to come off that.
I almost feel like the blue on the at the 1 o'clock position that's just outside the rings might be an option too. I don't know. They're lined up a bit.
Yeah, I think that's probably the easier option to start. If you ever made that, I think it'd be a really good chance of getting 2.
Yeah, I say if you get that angle right, you can get 2 blue in there. And then you would be sitting 2 as well. So.
Looks like they're having lots of discussion about it here, trying to see which one she's more comfortable playing. But it looks like they are favoring that tap that's kind of a little hidden behind the guard there. And there you have it. I think that's exactly what they're going to play, is that.
Yeah, a little easier than the other one, which maybe they're Hail Mary if they're forced to play it.
So again, I think this should be a little bit tricky for them because they probably haven't thrown this weight quite in this path, but might get to test the sweepers out here.
Oh yeah? You cheated on me.
So here we are. We'll see what happens here.
First of Skip's Rocks for Howard, yeah.
Looks like we're calling the sweep right away. So we're going to be close for line here. Oh, we called them off.
That's a good sign.
I think we're close.
Push
Calling
it
the curl
over.
now.
Love this. Oh. Well,
So we added a third one to the mix here. As to, I think it's third shot for sure. So we're still having that same.
give Howard a couple of choices at
Yeah.
least.
So now Burns has to decide what she's going to cut off here.
I almost feel like if I had my choice, I'd want the blue ones because they're in front of the tee line, and
Yeah, it's definitely a good position for Howard. So if she could hit either one of those, she could certainly get 2 or 3 here.
this could be a surprisingly high scoring end. Somebody can just make one of these lower percentage shots.
Burns has got to make this shot good to try and only give up 1, or Howard could potentially get 3 here. So it could be a big swing.
So what would you do? Would you consider running back a red into that house? I mean, there's nothing you can hurt. It's a long run back, though, from the center line guard.
Yeah, red's thrown right now, so red's going to have to see what they can protect, I think.
I guess they are playing it as a protect, so they're not going to try to whack those 2 blues out. I'm talking crazy there.
I think we're going to draw around those halfway guards and put 1 top 8 and try to make any run back difficult for Team Howard here is what they've decided on.
Oh, I hope he doesn't overthrow it. Could be dangerous, eh?
Yeah, we want to keep some separation there, make it as hard as possible for the next shot.
I guess anytime you can make the other skip change their shot, then you're doing your best.
Yeah, you like to put pressure on the other team, make them make the hard shot rather than try a real hard shot and make it easier for them in the end.
Well, here comes Burns' last rock. It looks, I got to tell you, it looks a little hot.
It's looking like probably T-line weight here.
Yeah, that may be dangerous.
So they're just going to touch the red one. It's not bad because it kind of eliminated that in-off there.
That was what they were going for, yeah.
Although it gave Howard another shot now for 2, so she could angle that red one onto the blue-red and probably get 2 out of it fairly easily. It's about a half rock or quarter rock shot there.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking at a very similar shot on the other side, but I think it's a little more difficult.
Definitely a risk and reward here. If he doesn't get it right, both blues could fly out of there.
Looks like they're leaning towards that red onto the blue, which is probably easier in my opinion. Gives them a couple options too. If they hit it straight back off that red and goes sideways, I think they still get it. So I think this is your shot with the most options here. So they're lining that up. While we're waiting for the shot here, we do want to remind everybody we are in a club, so there's potential for a little bit of background noise. Curling is a family event, so there are some families here today, and the children are enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it's nice to see so many people in the club.
Yeah, quite a few people here tonight at the Granite, which is nice to see.
All right, Howard's ready to throw her last rock.
So, looking like a normal weight hit here. Real close. We're on off. So I think we have our shot for one. She ended up knocking her other blue out. So it's a single for Howard here. So we're up 4-2 after 4 ends.
I guess Burns is going to be happy with that.
I do think so, yeah.
Surrounded by beauty on every side, this is a place where you can get away from it all, or be right there in the center of everything. Arts, sports, entertainment, a vibrant culture. This is North Bay, and it is exactly where I want to be.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
So we're back here in the 5th end. We're up 4-2 on Burns. Howard's first stone was top 12, and Burns is now calling that corner guard. Like a center guard here from Howard. It's looking like we're right into the house here or close to it. Trying to sweep her finish and get a tight guard here. So we're not touching the center line here, Butch. So if she does happen to hit it, trying to get that one in the top of the house.
That's fair game, eh?
It's fair game this time around.
Well, I shouldn't say fair game. It's still 5 rock rule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she can hit it to move it over, as long as she
yeah.
doesn't move it out. So there.
That's the type of weight she's throwing on this rock, too.
Yeah, nothing too hard.
A lot of spin on this one.
Yeah, we want to keep it quiet because we're going to hit it fairly thin. Try to roll over.
She's in there.
So we didn't remove it, but we moved it out into the open. So it's not a bad result.
I think Howard's happy with it, so we'll see if she's going to hit this red one out now.
Yeah, goal here
Sit
to
two.
hit it and sit
Maybe
two.
roll behind the guard. We'll see if she can get what she wants there. So do all teams carry a spare today? We're talking about Flaxie not being here, and so do all the teams have a fifth player?
No, I think the majority of them don't actually. I think you see that nice hit and roll behind the corner. I think
The other way, actually, I thought they might be going to the center. So
yeah,
it's probably nicely set up for Howard here with the two in, separated quite a bit.
yeah, give some separation.
So then if you have someone get sick and you're coming to one of these events, you just have to grab a spare? Or how would
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of these teams operate. Curling is a very small community, so there's often people that they know that aren't playing this weekend or don't have a team for whatever reason for the year, so they
call them in
to help.
This looks like a good shot. Oh, rubbed on the
Just rubbed the guard, so that was unfortunate for Burns. Howard looking here to take advantage of that miss and put one around that center guard.
For sure. And probably top four would be ideal, eh?
Top 8, top 4 here. Yeah, you don't want to go too deep because you can play that in off or double. So let's see where this ends up here.
Looks heavy.
Sweeping it for line. Let's see what happens once we get past this guard here. Right off it now. Past the one in the house and right into the back 8. So yeah, like you said, a little bit heavy here.
Let's see if Burns can recover from that last unfortunate rub there.
Looking like the same call here. Try and hit and roll off that side blue.
Nobody's sweeping, so it looks pretty good.
Definitely got the nose hit here.
Oh, nice.
Almost got the back one.
Nice try.
So that gives the opportunity for Howard to hit and roll behind that center again. Just talking about the weight here, so let's see what kind of weight we get. I would expect something fairly quiet, nothing too heavy.
Ooh, that's a pretty heavy one.
Like control,
That's
but
pretty quiet.
looking like it might have been popped out a little bit on release here, so we'll see.
I'm trying to get it back in, but you did get enough of it to get it out of there.
Just avoided that jam at the back, so that was good.
Not really what they wanted, though. They did want to stick, of course.
Yeah, I think they did want to stay, so it gives the opportunity for Burns here to come around and possibly get their 2. Or set up for their 2, I guess. So this is basically your draw to the button path, so they should know this fairly well.
And I guess again, top 8 would be ideal.
Yeah, top 8, top 4 here. Try and keep it above that T line.
They're sweeping it, so I think they got weight figured out.
Yeah, they're going for weight here because the line looks really good. Just a little short,
They
though.
ran out of gas there now.
So Howard's going to try and go around that now. Try and beat them to the 4-foot.
So I wonder why they wouldn't go the other way.
So you see that stagger on the red and blue. And with the late finish, I think it'd be very difficult to get through that hole from that direction.
So going right to left would be the way to go.
You'd have to get really close to that
red
corner.
one.
I think that's what they're discussing right now, actually. But
Okay.
I think the skip agrees with us here that that's
Agrees with
a hard shot.
That's right. She's in your camp there, Ryan.
Yeah. But again, release can do a lot on ice like this. So if somebody really needed to get through that hole, I think they could throw it with a lot of rotation and get that late finish.
Uh-huh.
Not a whole lot of sweeping here either.
It's
So
a little deep. It's looking like it's in the back for sure.
the weight was right on point here.
Yeah, it definitely slowed down. It stopped faster than I had thought.
Yeah, I think the line issue here is just a release thing. If somebody doesn't throw quite the same on the team, it could throw the skip off a little bit on where to put the broom or how to call the sweep on that. So a lot of these teams put a lot of time in just trying to get consistent release so that everybody's rocks do the same thing in the same spot. We're sweeping for line on this one, it looks like. Well, we're off it now, so we're going to be close, I think.
Nicely done.
There's that hit and roll right perfectly to the side of the button.
A very nice shot there. Well, Howard's got to figure out what to do now.
Yeah, like we said, that draw coming from the
Left to right.
Yeah, on the intern side, it's going to be pretty hard to do.
Just having a conversation. Let's see what happens.
We're definitely thinking about it, though. I think we're going to see just how tight they need to get to that corner guard, I think.
Let's see how many rotations we need to make this happen. It's interesting. I've never thought that. People normally throw a rock hard and a lot of rotation to keep it straight.
Yeah.
Well, when you throw a lot of rotation on a light rock, can you keep it straight and then at the end it just finishes? Or I've never considered that.
Yeah, I think a good example of that, if you saw Nicodine's shot last year, where he threw a spinner effectively and it kind of curled sideways right after it went around the guard.
Ended.
Yeah.
So we need a Nicodine here now.
Not quite, but pretty close.
Let's see what happens. Oh, here it comes.
We definitely got a good positive release here. Show it to you in a second when we get back in focus here.
Stay focused.
There we go, yeah.
Love the weight.
So like I said, real close to that corner guard, and then get that nice finish into the center. Unfortunately, she's just a little short, but that was an excellent attempt. Another 2 or 3 feet, that would have been exactly what she wanted. So Burns is in a really good spot here with that one, but the challenge now is how do you get 2? So that was definitely the way to miss that for Howard. To end up right there, make it really hard to get anything else. So we're thinking about it. That it's challenging for what that.
Definitely been a lot of thinking going on in this game today, eh?
Yeah, lots of rocks in play will do that. Lots of rocks in play and
guard, thinking guard.
Tight scoreboard. Not really sure what a guard does for it here, but
since maybe just. What would you be considering? Maybe running the red back onto the blue? That's a tough run back too. The red in front of the 12-foot there.
Yeah, especially because it's partially covered by that guard.
Very tough to get enough energy on it to get it.
Pretty good chance you jam the blue on the red in the house there, just like she's depicting.
Really hurt yourself. You'd be sitting.
Yeah.
Howard would be sitting 3 in that case, so that'd be, I guess, a bad idea.
Looks like she might be throwing that as a setup shot to tap it maybe later. I think if we see that tight guard right in front of the 12-foot, see Howard throwing a guard on top of that, maybe quite high. Because there's nothing really as far as a draw on either side, so.
So you're thinking there's a setup shot here.
I'm thinking that's going to be the only option here.
Well, the weight does look top 8-ish, you know.
I think they're aiming for tight guard here. It's looking pretty close to that.
Curling now. Really curling. Curled right across the center line.
So I think they were actually looking for a little more curl than that, just to make the tap easier on the next shot. Howard's looking to throw just a tap and try and pick that red one out behind the blue one.
Oh, that would be great, eh? Sitting 3 and then that would make her sit 4.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll be able to tap it right out, but she might be able to tap it to get it to second shot. So her first one will come into play that she threw a top 4.
Definitely worth the risk, eh?
I think so. I don't think there's a lot of risk here. So
if you flash it, you flash it.
Yeah.
It's like discussing other shots now. Okay. Howard's got what she's went down the ice to throw back on there now.
Do you want to be a little careful here, though? I think if she hits that red guard that's just biting the top 12, she could open up a shot for Burns for 2 here.
She's asking for less ice, so we'll see how this goes. So Spesny is going to go down there with a bit of speed. Not really. She's throwing back line at that.
No, so I think as we talked about earlier, she's guarding that setup shot. So.
Okay. So much for back line weight, eh, Ryan? You can see how much I know. Well, she definitely guarded it.
It's a little more difficult when you can't hear what they're saying out there. So I really don't know that Burns has a whole lot here. The only thing is that real long one that she just pointed to.
The red that's way out there, it's definitely a long shot.
And there's some risk to it because you ever hit it onto the blue red, you give blue a point. So.
And if you hit that red at all, then you could give blue 3.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be throwing enough weight to get anything out of the house here, but we'll see what they decide here, but I don't see too many good options other than that tap across the top of the blue and red. Still thinking about options. I think it would be mission accomplished here for Howard if Burns ends up with 1 here.
Yes, for sure. 4-3 game with Hammer.
So thinking they decided that they don't really have a shot for two, and I think they're going to be throwing this to the board.
Rather than risk anything.
Yeah, I think the risk of giving up one is just too high, trying something here. So I think they're going to take their one and try for steal and six. Looks like they're trying to draw of some sort here. Maybe
they definitely put the different handle on it than I was expecting.
Trying to maybe get the back of the forefoot here. Less rotation with a big swing. This is a bit of a Hail Mary here, but I think they tried it knowing there wasn't much chance at it. But so we got Burns with one, so Howard's going to be up 4-3 after 5 here. So we'll be back with the sixth then shortly.
Inflation is hitting us all right now. Everything is up except your portfolio. It's time to up your investments as well. Wouldn't it be nice to get a statement you're not afraid to open? With a target rate of return of 8%, Advanced Mortgage Investment Corporation, AMIC, may be the perfect addition to your portfolio. Your preferred shares will pay dividends you won't be afraid to look at. The best way to fight inflation? A solid rate of return. Learn more at advancedmic.com.
You're something beautiful, electric chemical. You take my breath away, feel my emotions push and pull. You feel like magic, magic. You feel like magic, magic. You know you feel like.
Who's the red team there? 6-2.
So we're back here at the Granite. So we're going to give you an update from across the sheets. So on sheet A, we got Inglis and Bailey, with Inglis up 6-2 after 5. And then moving over to sheet B, we got a bit of a preview of some Northern Ontario provincial matchups here. We got Team Mann skipped by Abby Deshane, and we've got Team Johnston with Johnston up 4-3 after 6. And then sheet C, we've got Team Holly Duncan playing Chelsea Brandwood. And we've got Brandwood up 4-3 after 5. And then moving over to the other side.
The feature sheet.
Yeah, past our feature sheet, we've got Jones and Hardy. Looks like they're tied 4 after 5. And then over on the end, we've got Armstrong and Zemelink, with Armstrong up 6-3 after 5. So back to the feature game here. We're into lead stones. Got our center up and a couple rocks in behind.
That one's going to go deep.
It'll be interesting to see how this end plays out with the guard a little bit tighter. Every other end, the guard's been a little longer. So
that's a good point. Definitely a touchy weight game here. The last one from Burns went deep in the house.
So Howard's looking to go top 4 on this one here.
Looking top 8. Nope, top 12.
Top 12, but that's all right.
I think if I was Burns, I'd be happy that came up short too, though. They're sitting back in the back 8 there, and quite a bit of a wall growing there.
Yeah, she's thinking about her options here. It's a short little run back, so that's one good thing for her if she wants to play it. Looks like they're talking about a hit here.
So,
but I think they're electing.
Burns is shooting and considering a draw, I guess, eh? Because I mean that all that stuff in front cluttered up is great for her, right?
Yep, I think that was the debate, whether to hit it onto those blue rocks or try and go around it, because the guards are helping her and she is trying to steal here. So, but they are fairly close to the house and easy to run back. That's the challenge here.
They're really trying to drag this one.
Yeah,
take away one of the two options, eh?
Looks like they went a little wider here and ended up short, so might be a little slower farther out. Let's see what Howard decides here.
She doesn't like that red rock in front of those two, so she's considering running those out of there.
Yeah, being up
One
with
point.
Hammer in the 6th here, she definitely wants to score, keep the advantage.
And it is the 6th end after all. Even us recreational coders know that's a big deal.
Exactly.
I say us recreational coders, I mean me. Howard has decided to go for the draw on the
Yeah,
on the
still
left-hand
fairly
side,
early,
yeah.
so
She can get in there and negate that one in the back 8. That would be wonderful.
yeah, again, I think 2 for Howard would be huge here.
She has enough weight on this one to make it.
So it looks like we're following this guy down. Not a whole lot of sweeping, so it's got a little more on it than they'd like. Just second shot out behind that red one.
Yeah, not helping at all.
Could come into play later on, depending what happens, but
I think it's a race to see who can get to top 4 here, right?
I do believe so. Whoever gets into that top 4 is going to make it difficult for the other person.
They're really sweeping this one.
Yeah, we're sweeping it, but we're getting off it now, so it must have been for line.
Looking really nice for the T line.
Yeah.
Very nice shot.
Perfect weight, but ideally it would have been a little bit closer to the center line, but
Yeah, it didn't curl as much as I wanted. So this has got to go if I'm Team Howard.
yeah, and there's enough room there to make that roll. So we're going to try to roll onto the center line here and be shot stone right in behind that pile of 3 guards.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely got to wait on this one.
So this is going to be all a line shot here. So we're sweeping it for line fairly early on. Kick that, but that's not a bad result. It kind of kicks it into second shot position.
Well, you're an optimist for sure, because I would say isn't that too bad, because now Burns is going to throw another one right on that red.
I think she's going to guard here, but still gives Howard a couple options.
Taking a lot of ice for this one.
Yeah, we don't need to quite get to the center line here, so we're going to start farther out. Let's see where we're going to end up with this one here. We're out fairly wide.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a 3.
Yeah, it's all about line on this one. The height not necessarily the main concern. Still brought it in close to the house. Didn't quite curl enough though, so I think we have a little bit of an opening there to get that and roll in behind. Sit 2 now. Albeit that's a bit of a challenging shot. Some curl and the center line here, but
inside out, yeah.
We haven't really seen this shot yet in this game too much, so
let's see if they can pull it off. First stone from the 3rd.
Looking like a nice control weight here. Sweeping it for line. Look at it go now. We got it through the hole and not quite the roll she was looking for, but
fantastic shot.
Still a great shot. Still challenging to get through that hole for Burns now.
So they're sitting 1-2, I think.
They are, yeah. That one that she tapped in earlier is second shot now. So. Burns able to call either turn now, though. Just because that rock's right in the center of that opening, she can play it whichever way she feels more comfortable.
Quite heavy, eh?
I think you'll see more weight on this one than the last one.
This could go a couple of ways, but there's only one other red in the house. I'm afraid that could be a collateral damage. Let's see how this goes. It is released with a lot of pizzazz.
Yeah, we definitely had an outward release here, or a pop, and I think caused it to catch that guard, but it kind of bounced between the 2 guards and ended up in an interesting spot right in the side forefoot there.
Yeah, force Howard to hit that.
Yeah, I definitely think Howard has to deal with it now. Because ignoring that gives Burns the opportunity to come off of it on her next shot, so I think she has to deal with it.
Okay, so she wants to go off the red and tap her blue over.
Yeah,
sitting in the top foot.
I think that's going to be the result. She could either hit it nose or she could go off of it, tap it over a little bit, and end up kind of staggered. 3 blue rocks.
Still sitting 3.
Yeah.
She decided to go with the red, hit the red, and roll in.
So we're still debating it here. Do you think they have decided on hitting it? So we've got enough weight coming down here. Sweeping it right out of her hand.
For line, I guess.
Yeah, they're both sweeping it now. So we ended up just picking it out.
Still sitting 1-2, though.
Still sitting 2, yep. Pretty difficult to get underneath that one, so it's still not a bad result. I was actually surprised she was able to get underneath that blue one and didn't at least touch it.
Once again, I'm really concerned for Burns if they're going to hit that blue, causing themselves some damage.
Yeah, you certainly can't be wide and jam it on your red, because then
you're really in trouble.
Really in trouble
The
here.
game
So
almost over at that point.
she's got to be tight to that center line.
Oh, who knows? You make those skips, make the big shots.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make those shots to win. So.
Here it comes. The first of Burns shots.
So not really sweeping it, so.
Starting to go now. Oh, good shot.
That's an excellent shot. Yeah, she got it.
Nicely done. Sitting 1 now.
Yeah, and it makes that shot for 2 pretty hard because she can't roll too far. Otherwise, she's only going to get her 1. So, of course, there's still a few shots left here, but
I guess you obviously have to deal with the shot stone.
yeah, I think she's probably going to throw a board or control weight hit here and just roll over to the side.
Do you think you should go for the shot stone right now or save that for last shot? I mean, you could draw down to the red one at the back.
Yeah, I think if you ever did that, though, Burns would come around and sit on top of you, and then you're drawing for 1 for sure.
Good point. So just going to pop that red out.
Yeah, and I think
stick around.
Try to stick around in the side of the 8-foot is the goal here.
Hope for a break from Burns on the next shot.
Yeah, and I think Burns is going to have to draw right around that stuff. Try and save the end for herself here.
You're really working it for curl here.
Yeah, trying to keep it straight now. We're going to be close to that blue. Excellent shot.
Very nice, yeah.
She actually managed to stick around and sit 2 there. So
great shot.
So I think Burns is going to probably have to hit and roll off that or take her chances and draw around. Looking like she's going to go with the hit and roll here.
I get that. I'm on board.
Two objectives here: eliminate an opponent's stone, and the second objective is to try and get shot rock right in behind those.
Get shot, yeah.
I'm confused. Here's the stuff. Let me know how that works out.
So we've seen a few kind of float wide here, depending on the release. So we'll see. Sweeper's indicating it's a little heavy.
Yeah, same outside stuff, is it?
Definitely on the outside. Just avoided that jam at the back.
Well, what do we have here? Shooting for 4.
Howard's definitely got an opportunity here just to throw a hack weight kind of shot for 4.
And Burns needed that to stick around.
Yeah, had to stick around on that for sure.
That's a really tough miss there. A little bit outside, eh?
Yeah, a combination, I think, of weight and line. So Howard being right-handed here could probably see a good third to half of this rock. So this one's just a case of don't overthrow it.
Really, this is just a draw.
Yeah, heavy draw, yep.
No, this is for all the money.
It is. certainly go a long way to securing a win here for Howard. But even two would be a great
Would be a great score.
a great
yeah.
result here. Yeah.
Here she goes.
So we got last rock coming down here.
They're on it, sweeping.
They're sweeping it hard.
I think it's because they think it's a little light.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a line issue too with that
gonna
blue
be
one at the
tight.
top.
Yep.
So
no.
she definitely didn't overthrow it. It's looking like we got a two blue here. So got Howard up.
I'm thinking two blue.
6-3. Yeah, 6-3 Howard after 6 here. We'll be back in a few minutes with the 7th.
Good result for Howard. A good miss for Howard.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Radical Road's Epic Ale is the perfect, easy drinking beer to have after a curling game. Please ask your manager to carry it in your curling club today. Available only in Ontario.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Oh, here we go. Enough above my way.
So here we are back in the 7th. So Howard being up with their first one in the house. Burns looking to score some points through the corner guard.
And I take it Howard's just going to want to put another one in the house right now, eh? A little swing around the back of that blue one.
Yeah, you got a few options here. You could tap that blue. You can go around it. I don't see them throwing a guard on it. Certainly doesn't look like guard weight. So I think the call was a draw around, but again, it was just maybe a little heavy and a little wide on the line, but we're still in the back of the house.
Still in the house, yeah.
So mission accomplished. Get a few rocks in the house and put some pressure on.
Now, are they really going to go in, or are they going to do double guard? Or
I actually think they're going to go around that corner guard. That's the call here. Try and hide some around the guards. And I think the goal here is to get 2 and try to steal 1 in the 8th. So
that's a good point.
And the blue ones are enough in the 12-foot that a good draw here will be a...
Looks like a really good draw here.
Yeah, a good start to getting a couple.
Slow down.
They're sweeping it to finish. Looks like an excellent shot here.
Yeah, nice job. They're going to try to hit that out and roll in behind.
Yeah, there's enough curl on this ice here. I think with some nice quiet weight, they can certainly hit it out. And again, they're not too concerned about where the shooter goes. They're just more concerned with elimination at this point.
They must like it. There's nobody sweeping.
Sweeping for curl now, so probably needs to move over a little bit. Should get it thin if they do get it.
Nice.
You go hit it, and like I said, they just rolled over.
Nicely hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, nice quiet weight, and use your sweepers and get it to curl a little bit.
So they're going to try to hide behind their own guard again.
Yeah, I think they can get to that one on their last one if they ever had to. So I think, again, they're just going to ignore that and try the same thing around that corner guard. So she just threw this, so I think we'll be fairly close on this one again. Although it's curling quite a bit. But
yeah, it's slower, eh? A little bit higher in the house, maybe?
Yeah, tighter to the guard, but should make it a little more difficult to get out.
In front of the tee, too, so that's good.
Yeah, and it's about a foot or two higher, so
yeah.
See Howard now realizing that. She's going over, putting the broom up next to the rock for the peel weight.
And a rocket coming down, for sure.
Yeah, not concerned with sticking around here, so. Perfect peel as called. So now Burns is going to have to decide what she wants to do.
I think I would like to throw one onto the one in the back four there and get it welded on.
Yeah, it's a little bit early, though. I think you're going to want to throw another guard here.
Too early?
Yeah. You go in the house too early and you can get into a situation where you don't have anything to hide behind or hide on anymore because they're just going to blast away. So.
Pound away on them.
So looking for a perfect guard here. Looks like they like the weight, just super for line now.
That curler that just came out of the hack has a wonderful slide. She is so low to the ice. Guy.
Sarah Guy, yeah.
Yeah, she's really got a nice slide. I noticed anyway. And of course, as a recreational curler, I obviously know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
All right. Looks like they're going to peel that guard again.
Yeah, same call here. So she made the perfect guard.
Look at me, I had numbers again. Mr.
Let's see, we're sweeping this one a little more.
Nice
Still
job.
a good result. Got a
Didn't hit their own
half rock peel.
Okay, same guard again.
Yeah, I think you'll see probably one or two more before she goes in the house. Yeah. Signaling it's a little bit heavier on this one, so possibly going to be tight to the house here.
Maybe welded on might not be bad. Definitely better to move.
So gives an opportunity for a double here. I think you'll see a little bit different shot now. I think they're going to...
Would you have welded that on?
It's tough because if you're...
You have to guess it.
If you're just short, then it makes it even easier to get them out. So.
Well, here we go. Like you said, they're going to try for a double. Lots of energy in the rock.
Peel's a good result here still. I think they were only really concerned with the peel on that one based on the sweeping. Yeah.
Playing an elimination game here, eh?
Yeah, and the fact they're still sitting one in the back four.
Yeah.
And it's partially behind covers, but here we are. We're going to see a play on that now, I think. So we're going to change the strategy up here and leave the.
I wonder if they're trying to hit that out, or if they should just. What would you do? Would you hit it or draw to it?
I think they're going to draw to it at this point.
Looks like a draw coming out of the hack.
Maybe a little tap here wouldn't be bad either, but.
Here, I got the baby. Give me the baby. Mess her up.
So it looks like they did play the tap, and they're
a nice little roll.
They're sitting in a nice spot in front of that blue. So
good work.
Howard's got a couple choices here. They could play the hit and roll.
I like that one.
I think that's a good option on the first shot here because she'll be ahead of the tee line.
Well, Burns is happy that she's got 2 in there right now because she's looking good to get her 2.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? Do we have big thoughts today? You been here lots of times?
Yeah, we're talking about the hit and roll that you've just described. So.
Yeah, and if she ever happens to be thin, she could go right up to the other red one. So there's a few options here. But again, being up 3, the number 1 priority here is elimination, and then the roll will just make it difficult for Team Burns.
All right, looks like Howard's ready to throw this hit and roll.
Yeah, I suspect you'll see a good weight hit here. Let's see what kind of weight she decides on, but it's like normal weight. Sweeping for line. Sweeping for line the whole way. So she's just touched it. So
opportunity again.
It's an opportunity for Burns, certainly. So still sitting 2. Probably try and sink another one around that top blue one and sit 3.
I like that idea. On the left-hand side, because there is the blue back there to cause chaos.
Yeah, I think the only one to worry about now is that hit and roll.
Well, Howard has 1 rock left, so really they're going to have to go after the shot stone.
Yeah, I think at this point Howard might be conceding that she's giving up 2 here. So Burns makes a nice shot. I think you'll see Howard eliminate the open one and give up 2 and be up 1 with hammer coming home.
Give up 2, possibly 3. Because Burns is hammer.
Yeah.
So good end for Burns.
Definitely good end for Burns here if she makes this shot.
Here it goes. She definitely wants to be in front of the tee line there.
Yeah, I think right where her broom is, their top 4, top 8, that's ideal.
Ideal.
So we're sweeping it in here. It's definitely curling.
I like it. Looks great.
Perfect shot, just like they called. So there's
you give Burns credit for that. Pressure shot there.
Yeah. So we're definitely looking for the roll here.
So as you said, are they doing a draw?
No, they're definitely going to eliminate here because if you ever happen to draw and leave it open, that's a hit for 4.
And lose the
and
lose the advantage that
and
they
end
have
up being
currently.
down. Yeah, so she's going to try to hit and roll right in behind that one Burns just threw and
hit roll and still give Burns a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah. So she threw this one a little harder than the last one that overcurled.
But they were tight to the broom, tight to the rock with the broom, eh?
So they're sweeping this. The roll's going to be close. So that's an excellent shot.
Very nice. Very nice.
I don't think she could have made that any better.
It's a beautiful shot. I thought she might have been a bit thin, but it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, she could afford to be a little bit thin on that because she did have that red one to go up against. So I think Burns now has to make a decision here. I think it's getting late in the game. She's going to have to make that shot for two and probably throw a hack waiter here and just try and pick that off the 4-foot. I don't think she'll be saving her shooter, but she's going to attempt to get two here. So.
Oh, try to pick the blue out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's the option
take two
here.
And then without the hammer coming home down one.
Yeah. I don't think you can afford to only draw for one here. I think you got to go for the two.
Well, the fans have paid their money, so let's see the shot.
She threw it a little harder than I was anticipating she would.
Nobody's sweeping, though.
Sweeping for curl now. This is close.
Oh, nice.
Excellent shot.
Nicely
picked
done.
it out.
The fans got their money's worth on that one.
So Burns got two. So we have Howard
Good for
up
her.
6-5 after 7. We'll be back with an exciting 8th end shortly.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Well, here we are. There's 2 rocks thrown.
Yeah, we have the center guard just off the center line, and we got one side of the button. Burns looking to steal here is going to ignore that one in the button and try to throw another guard here. So I would expect you'll see lots of rocks in play this end. One team trying to junk it up and steal, and the other one's going to try to eliminate.
Now, the center line red one is not on the line, eh?
No, it's just off, so it is
So
fair
it's kind
game as soon as we get past the 5 rock rule here. But it is available to tick should Howard want to try that.
Yes. That's a nice looking shot there, setting up in front.
So that one is on the center line, so they can't do anything with that one. Looks like they're going to ignore both of them and go around.
Yeah, I guess those can be very dangerous. You lose a rock if you touch those things or knock it off the center line.
On that second one, yeah. They could
Yeah.
touch the top one if they wanted to, but those are pretty hard, low percentage shots. So we're going to go with a little higher percentage option here.
Which is, I guess, draw to the 8 foot or so.
Yeah, top 8 foot here is where they're looking
They just
for.
threw the first one to the tee line, so this should be something that we expect to be very close.
Looking maybe a touch heavy here. We're probably going to be
might be a bump.
bumping that blue one a little bit here.
And a little bit of a change in the angles, too.
Yeah, so I think you'll see Burns play down on those now that she's got her 2 guards. So probably try and freeze right on top of that and make it hard to get out.
Yes, she needs to get a point.
Getting shot stone's not necessarily important here. Just getting a rock in there really close.
Yes.
There's going to be some granite moving shortly here, I think, in the front.
They're not sweeping this much, so it looks like they've got the line figured out. And I got to tell you, the weight looks a little bit heavy, so it's going to pop something back there.
I think they're going to hit that side one pretty much on the nose or maybe roll off of it.
Nicely done,
So that's a good shot.
Very nicely done. I guess Howard doesn't care now. She's going to get rid of all of that. She's going to pound those out of there.
Not yet, I don't think. I think she's going to worry about the front first. Those are your dangerous rocks right now. So.
Got to get a look for the last rock.
Yeah, as long as she's got a shot for her last one, that's what's important here. So she's going to get rid of that red one. And it's looking like a successful peel here.
Yep. There we go. So what would be Burnsy thinking here? Oh, replace that.
Yeah, I think we're going to see this kind of like the last end, a little bit of cat and mouse game here. So you're going to see the guard go up a few times and some peels, and then Burns will have to decide a little bit later in the end what she wants to do here.
A little lighter shot here than I think they...
I think we're going to be close. I think the ice slides pretty well here. I think you might see a double peel attempt here. So it's looking like maybe just a single peel now. I'm not too worried about that one on the right-hand side as we're looking at it.
Yeah, the one on the left is the one that's in the way of the
correct
of the red rock. So threw this pretty hard. Hopefully get a little roll out of it. Nice. Oh,
so we did hit both and hit it right into, basically into the pile. So that's not a bad result either, because now they can hit whatever they want in there, and there's nothing out front. So. Again, Burns is going to keep.
Result, though, because they are the 2 red ones are sitting up on top of the blues. And
yeah, but there's still the 4 foot's open. That's the key
that's
here.
The clutch, the clutch point. Yeah. Oh, there's a handshake going on down there. On sheet B.
Yeah, looks like sheet B was in an extra end, and I think the local team Johnson had a chance to win. I'm not sure they did, though. I think the rock might have gone just a little wide on the draw. So back to sheet D here, going for the guard.
This looks like a top 12 type of rock.
It's definitely a tight guard. Mission accomplished here. Again, I think it's just going to be peeled out of there. So again, just looking for the straight peel here. Nothing too complicated. We're going to leave the stuff in the house as it is.
Looks like she got it done. Got the job done there.
Yep, mission accomplished. Another guard being called here.
I almost wonder why we don't put one like top 8 on the center line just to hide the draw, you know?
I think you could see that on her last, probably. I think for now, they're just
guarding what they have.
Throwing the guard up there. That way, if the peel was ever missed, they could make a play in the house and have a little more protection there. There's the nice halfway guard.
Yep.
As expected, call is the peel.
It's all come down to this. These peels have been done very well, though. No mistakes today.
Yeah, just got that one though. That was scared it out of there, but that's all we needed.
The wind went past it fast enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well here we are. Skip stones.
So decision time here. So you might see them play in on this.
I don't know that they want to be too close. Those angles on the red and blue are not good for Burns.
She may play a little tap and try to get a pocket back
angles,
there and maybe something to jam in. And
I like that.
And if we happen to have a few rocks in the top 4 still, then you'd see her throw a guard. But it's going to depend how the rocks end up here in the next couple shots. So quite a bit of discussion here on what to do.
Yeah, they're definitely using their last time out for sure. Just joking. All right, looks like they decided. I think
we're going to see a little bit of a tap here.
I almost feel like if you hit both blue out, wouldn't that be wonderful?
That's a pretty tough shot, but you got to hit that real thin, and then you don't have a whole lot of protection back there.
Well, you have none. You just have your 2 rocks sitting in front of the tee line, which I really like.
Yeah, but then you're hoping for a miss from the other team, which at this level you're not going to see a whole lot. So I think here you're just giving yourself some backing and stuff to jam on.
Still looks a little. It's definitely a tap here for sure.
Yeah, not looking to move it too far. Just to the back 4 would be fine.
Pretty hard here.
Back 8. So that's a pretty good result.
That's a good result. You're sitting 1-2.
Yeah, sitting 1-2, and they've got some stuff to jam on back there. So
this is definitely a crush the red situation for Howard. Try to get a double out of here.
Yeah.
She'd be sitting 2 then.
Yeah, I think Howard's going to try and just eliminate a lot of rocks here.
I see her looking at the second rock as we're looking at them from down the sheet. She's definitely wanting to play the 1 and the 8 foot. Full 8 foot.
Yeah, I think the double's going to be close here. It just depends if she catches the back blue and jams, or if it comes off of it thin enough.
I like what she's trying here. Red on red. Let's see what happens.
It's definitely going to come down to the last couple shots here.
I see Burns having to throw a draw if this happens. Here we go. Throwing with some authority.
Yeah, we're sweeping for line here. So we're close. We're on and off. We picked the one out, so now Burns is gonna
Put it back. No?
She's got to be a little careful where she puts it, but I think if she welds it right on top, that's pretty good.
What do you think about putting it on the yourtv.tv, the your TV part, right on the T, right on the just to the left of the center line?
Yeah, I think anywhere from there to frozen on that shot rock is gonna be good.
Wonderful. Definitely in a good position.
I think if you put it top 8 to top 4, I think you'll see Howard throw a draw here.
That's what we're trying to do. Is Burns is trying to force Howard to throw a draw.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. She settled on her shot.
Now, they made some nice shots.
Again, we're anticipating about 4 feet curl here.
I don't remember. I think
Might see a little bit more this late in the game with the ice broken down a little bit, but we'll see.
it wasn't like you were a mile off the draw either. You were a mile off.
A little positive release here, so that should keep it out there a little bit.
The miss is heavy.
This is going to be all weight here.
Looking top 12-ish.
And then your last one that was crazy.
I think we're going to be top 4 here, top 8.
Deeper, yeah. Nice line, though.
Yeah, it's coming right over.
Look at that. Beautiful. Right on the TV side.
So the important part there, she's sitting 2. So Howard does have to make sure she makes her shot here. It's not an easy shot.
She's going to have to play the double A.
I think she's got to draw full 4 probably. I think that's the...
I guess it's a draw.
Yeah, because I don't think the double's there. It'll jam on the blue.
Right. We're still mulling over everything else, though.
I suppose she could try and squeeze through that hole and maybe end up shot that way too. And
that's more of a Hail Mary, though, eh? Shouldn't the draw be the shot? I mean,
the draw is the shot, but you're also throwing against the loss here. So if she ever is light or heavy, she could lose the game. Whereas if she plays this double squeak through the hole, she probably, if it comes through hard enough, she'll win. And if she misses it, it's an extra end. So we'll see what they decide on here.
If she misses it and it's an extra end, and she doesn't have the hammer. So.
That's correct.
So that's a tough one.
With that 5 rock rule, it certainly makes stealing a little bit easier, but it looks like she's going to lean towards the draw here.
Yep, she's going to do the draw.
So
she has no backing, though. This is just a draw to the button.
Yep.
She needs a bit of the button. Or full 4, I guess. Sorry.
Full 4 do the trick here.
Well, Ryan, it's been nice talking to you today and learning a little bit about the game from you.
Yeah, I think we'll be back doing another game tomorrow afternoon.
That's right. The fans should be coming back for us, for sure. It's been a pleasure, though. Nice busy ice surface today. Last shot of the night. All the other sheets are empty.
Everybody would pay you. Every single ice.
So I think they like the weight here. We're looking for full 4.
It's all sweepers. It's all them.
So we're on off. Sweeping for curl. I think we're very close here.
Very close.
Looking like the fans are going to get some extra action here. So that's a 1 for Burns. So that's going to be a tie game 6-6 after 8. So they're going to
going back down.
We're going to do it one more time.
Nice. Well done on Burns to get that.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling...
Radical Road's Epic Ale is the perfect, easy drinking beer to have after a curling game. Please ask your manager to carry it in your curling club today. Available only in Ontario.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Oh, here we go.
So here we are for some bonus action. We got the 9th end happening here.
Burns gets to set up her guard right away again.
So it is just off the center line, so it can be kicked. But it looks like we're not going that route. Looks like we're going to go just for the draw around. Looking like it's pretty good here.
Very nice. Looks like a T-line type shot.
A couple inches heavy just behind the T-line.
Well, definitely a draw down to that would be in order, eh?
I do believe, yep. Try to get another steal here for Burns. So again, you'll see some rocks on the forefoot, some guards. Try to junk that up.
It's a little light.
Yeah, I actually think they were throwing second guard here. Because you only get a couple chances at the free guards, so you wanna take them. You see Howard try and go top four here.
They didn't get that on the center line.
No, neither one, but they're not going to tick them.
They could have swept that on.
Yeah, but you would have got those guards closer and made the double peel on the next round a little bit easier. So
strategy is just to leave them out.
Yeah, separation was key on those.
Oh, they're going around again, of course.
Yeah, we're just going to try and beat them to the forefoot here. They get this top button. It's going to make the job for Burns pretty tough. Couple inches heavy again here, though. Just behind the tee line, so it's going to give Burns an opportunity to kind of tap that back and sit on the button, I think.
She's going to take that, too.
Again, with the tap here, we don't have to be perfect on the weight. We can afford to be a little heavy here.
Get a little roll would be very nice.
Yep.
Definitely don't want to tap the wrong way.
I think we're a little wide here.
Pretty hard here.
Sweeping for line. Also for weight, though.
Coming in, though.
So we had perfect freeze weight, but blue's still sitting 2, and now we're going to see some peels.
The question is, if this peel is effective, do we put it back, or do you put another red on that chain?
I think you're going to see a bunch of guards here.
Oh, nice job.
You might see one hit and try to roll behind that guard that's left, and then...
Yeah, but that would your red would roll the wrong way, right?
Because I don't think she can get shot here with just one shot, so she may have to make 2 attempts at this.
She's mulling it over. Definitely a decision-making time here. Oh.
There is that blue one that stayed out there. So
She agrees with you. You have to hit it twice, and so she's thinking about the hit flop behind the red. Yeah. This is going to be hit pretty hard. I think we might lose the red on this. I'm just concerned about the hole they're trying to go through. I'll soon find out.
yeah, I think they're not too concerned about the red one in the house, but more their shooter. So it should break anytime. There it goes. Is it going to curl enough, though?
Nice. It's going to curl too much.
So maybe hit it a little thin. I think they were actually hoping for a bit more curl than that. Try and sit in the top of the 4-foot.
It's interesting. Now, what does Howard do now? Does she concern herself with the blue or guarding or the?
Yeah, there's a couple options there. She could peel some guards, give herself a guaranteed shot, or
That's a
she
good
could
idea.
try and beat them to the button. It's a pretty difficult shot to the button.
I like the peel. Let's see what she has. She's still mulling it over.
Looks like that's the debate on the ice here, is the peel versus the draw. So I think they've landed on the peel.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great option considering the way the rocks are sitting in the 4-foot. It definitely gives her a shot.
Well, if she does peel this red one, I guess Burns will be thinking about welding onto the button there. That makes sense to you?
She could.
Here we go. Let's see what happens here with Howard. Nice.
And they were talking about catching that red one on the way by, and they successfully did that.
Good job.
So now Burns got to decide to guard or go right for the pin, and it looks like she's going to throw a couple guards here first. I think freezing will probably come down to her last one.
It's a patient person's game, eh?
Can be, yeah.
Here comes that guard. You're looking top 12 this year.
Yeah, I think we might even be a little short of that. Probably just a tight guard or halfway.
Yep.
So you see a appeal being called here.
Looks very good.
Yeah, nice positive release. Kept that nice and straight. Easy to call. We're going to go with another guard here.
Burns is replacing it, yeah.
Which one do you see? I know who you are, but I don't know if you officially
So sweeping it to curl here. A little wider than the last one. Got it over just close enough, I think, though, to do the job.
So, we want to understand. Understand these Burns. And so, yeah, it's just these rocks are the rocks on the screen are not right, but
yeah, Howard's got hammer here.
Yes, and we're just discussing what Howard's third is going to do with her second rock.
Yeah, I think if they could get to that pin, they might try it now, but that's, again, a pretty tough draw just because of the way the guards are.
Yes.
I think you could probably get there drawing around on the outturn side. It's got enough finish as long as you don't get out too wide with too positive a release.
They're thinking about hitting and guarding. Just to hit stick.
Yeah, I think they're worried about it. If they ever did stick it, then Burns could go around right onto the pin and then probably win the game.
Yeah, I think Burns already knows what her next shot is. That's for sure.
I think they're concerned if they peel the guard, they'll leave Burns that shot for the pins. Right now, I don't think either team has it easily. So it might be best to just try and draw around that and end up top four, and then Burns may not have a shot.
So it looks like that's what they're. It's interesting. Those two rocks are.
So I think it's a game of who can get to the pin first here.
Definitely a little hole to go through. Possibility of wrecking here. But I guess that's not a bad thing for Howard because still gets to look at the pin. But right now she can sneak in there. Here we go. It's in God's hands now.
Sweepers are trying to get it to sweep here, or get it to curl rather, by that guard. It's going to be real close. Just tick that.
Well, guess what?
So it looks like Burns now has a chance to get to that pin. I think she's going to take it here.
Mm-hmm. Well, quite an accomplishment if Burns can pull this off.
Yeah, I think if she puts this on the pin, she's got a pretty good chance at winning this game here.
Quite the comeback. No wasting any time. She came right out of there. She knows what she's doing.
Yep. So the sweepers are indicating it's maybe a little hot.
I think it's a heavy, yeah. We're trying to stop it from curling, though.
I think we're going to probably try and bounce it off the outside one and onto the pin, it looks like. Definitely a little harder than they were planning.
No, yeah, because now they have an option to push that back.
I think she could hit it right on the nose and kind of bounce off the blue and over top.
And still shoot there.
Yeah, she'll sit right there. Probably end up 1-3 because that red will jam probably on the side red.
Mm-hmm.
May squeeze through, who knows?
Howard definitely got a break there.
Yeah, I definitely think you're going to see a pretty heavy takeout weight here.
Clean some stuff off.
I think the key here is to just hit it on the nose or even roll a little bit. Wouldn't be bad behind that center guard. It'll be interesting to see where that red one goes off that blue. It may go right through that hole in the back. It may hit one of those two.
I don't know what angle it gets hit at, yeah.
Not a ton of ice here, so.
You're right. It will be coming down with some pizzazz. There we go.
So they're looking for that edge of rock to be close to the center line, and there's the curl. So we didn't go through the hole. We actually touched both those rocks.
Well,
so Burns now.
What are you thinking?
I think she's going to try the hit and roll and leave Howard with a draw to the button to win the game.
I almost feel like a little pushback on that blue one would be nice, but you could jam too. But if you did jam, you'd still be shot stone. So. Needless to say, she's going to hit it out.
Yeah, she's going to hit that, probably with a board weight or control weight kind of hit.
Well played game today by both teams.
Yeah, we started early on,
but after that it just got better and better.
Yeah, we saw a triple in the game. Lots of hit and rolls, some nice draws.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hold it here.
Trying to get it to curl a bit. There's the curl. Actually got it to curl too much, maybe. Well, there's that wonderful. Nice little roll. So
that's a great leave.
So now she's got a cold draw to the button.
Yeah. Just the way you want this one to end.
Yeah.
Just then that go to game.
Yeah, I think it's been a great last couple ends for Burns. I don't think you could ask for much more, making the other team have to draw the button to win. So
draw to the button too. Well, this time it's over, Ryan. Been nice talking to you today.
Yeah, there won't be any extra after this, so fans will have to come back tomorrow for more of us. So let's see what the sweepers think here. They're sweeping it out of her hand. Going the whole way. So I think we're going to be close for weight here.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be very close here. I think we are...
What a game.
Just short, so that looks like a...
Burns win.
7-6 win for Krysta Burns out of Sudbury.
In extra end.
In extra ends. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and another draw later tonight.
Have a great night and put on your bed warmers.
How far do you have to travel to have an experience that's truly northern? Not as far as you might think. North Bay, Ontario. Truly northern experiences are closer than you think. Visit tourismnorthbay.com.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.